Hi, John Walker, LaCut TV, and this morning is day 6 of our 7-day Western Caribbean cruise, and today we are in the beautiful port or coming into the port of Cozumel, Mexico. So I'm going to share with you my take of Cozumel, but first, as always, I'm up early in the morning to see that awesome, beautiful sunrise and the entry into Cozumel. Enjoy it with me, please. As we wait for the sunrise, one thing I'll say about Cozumel, Mexico, it's a very busy port. This is one of the first ships we saw, or I saw. This is a Carnival cruise ship that's already in the port. Now, this is what's known as first light. This is the light when the sun's below the horizon. And I found out later by taking sunrise photos and videos that sometimes the first light is the most beautiful light. And then you have the beautiful, awesome sunrise. Now, what you're looking at here, this is a second and a third ship coming into port. So remember, now we make the fourth ship, and I think there's more coming in as well. Now we're getting closer to the sunrise, and you can see the sky getting a little brighter. My sister-in-law asked my brother, why John take so many pictures of the sunrise? I just think they're awesome. They're beautiful. They're like paintings. Every single one is different. What a marvelous creation by God that He has given to mankind to enjoy the beautiful sunrises. And every morning you can be impressed by a sunrise. Okay, here comes the sun. I don't know if you noticed, but as the sun comes up, the Oasis has been drawing closer and closer to land. Okay, we're almost up on the Carnival ship. That means we're close to docking. Look, the sun is up. You know what that means? Well, it's time to go ashore in Cozumel, Mexico. Let's go. This is just a quick view around the port. And when we're in, there's Liberty of the Seas too. So that's another ship. That's like maybe 5. Look back at the Carnival ship that's tied up pretty close to us. And now we're going ashore, walking down the pier, heading to the port. You know, one thing I just want to say while we're looking at Cozumel, getting ready to walk down the port, looking at these two ships, I tell you, that was pretty awesome. When you're standing between these two 10-story, 14-story ships. And look how big the Oasis of the Seas is. Oasis was pretty big compared to the other ships in port. But what I wanted to say is the port, the initial port, well, hang on, there's Chris and I, our selfie shot before we go in. Now here's Cozumel. What I was saying, the port is sort of artificial. It's designed for you as a tourist. So here's the first stores of the port, but now we want to go out in town in Cozumel. We are in Cozumel. This is our first look. We took a cab downtown, $8 for the cab. Our first impression, no trash on the street, not a bit. Now, a pretty important factor when you're coming to a cruise port is safety. Do you feel safe walking the streets of the port? So let me ask Chris. Chris, did you feel safe walking the streets of Cozumel?
Yes, I did. The time of year that we did go, it didn't seem to be all that crowded. The people were polite. If we had questions or wanted directions, they were willing to give us directions. And many of the people did speak English.
Now we're going to talk about the food in Cozumel. I have to give a shout out to this restaurant, Palmyra's. It was really good. As you can see in the picture, I had the fish tacos. Now it was sort of funny when we first went to this restaurant. Chris was like, well, I don't really want to get nothing to eat. So I said, fine, I'm going to get the fish tacos. Well, when she saw the fish tacos, I knew it was going to happen. Then she asked, oh, let me try one. Well, they were really good. I said, okay.
Let me correct that. He gave me a piece of his fish taco, but the fish tacos were terrific. The fish was fried and very seasoned well. The guacamole, the salsa, it was all fresh and seasoned. They were terrific.
Now this is just a quick look around the restaurant. One thing I would say, the restaurant was also clean. Now I just might add one thing. They don't like to accept credit cards, but they will. They will ask you for cash first, but I told them I didn't have no cash, so I used my credit card instead. But they accepted it, and it was the same price. They just don't like getting hit with the credit card fee. This is a look at the pier right outside the restaurant. The restaurant is on the main street. Picture of Christine, another cruise ship in the background. Like I said, there's lots of cruise ships. Seems like 4 or 5 may visit Cozumel in one day. So the cruise business is big for Cozumel. Just doing a little videoing before we grab a cab and head back to the ship. Real easy to catch a cab here. There's plenty of cabs driving by. They have a spot where you pick up the cab. Just so easy. I was so amazed at Cozumel how easy it was to get around, to see places, and to catch a cab. What you're looking at here is where the big ferry comes in, probably from Cancun. So if you had time, you could jump over to Cancun and see Cancun as well. Now we're heading back. We called a cab and we're heading back to the port and to the ship. This is where you catch the ship, where you come to your ship. $8 was the taxi. We took a taxi downtown. The taxi was $8 downtown and $8 back. Not bad. One of the many jewelry stores in the port. The port is a little bit artificial. It's locked off from the rest of the city. There are many jewelry stores, tequila stores, leather stores, clothing stores, restaurants right in the port. You really don't need to leave the port if you don't want to. You can stay right in the port. But there is no good beach in the port. Yeah, it really was fun in Cozumel. Really enjoyed Cozumel. Now, I told you I'm going to tell you which port I liked the best out of the 3 we went to. But you can sort of guess which one I liked the best. Well, this is us like the rest of the tourists. After shopping, eating, or drinking, we're ready to head back to the ship. Video of the 2 ships side by side, the 2 Royal Caribbean ships. You can't really tell it, but if you look on the end, there's also 2 Carnival ships. Further over, there are ships from Norwegian and another. So imagine about 6 cruise ships in port. That equals about 20,000 people. This is the Royal Caribbean Liberty. It's pulled up right next to ours. So if you want to do a comparison of the pool areas, you can. Well, we've been to 3 ports now. So which port is the winner? Well, let me start by saying each port offered something different. Labadee, Haiti had the beautiful beach. Falmouth, Jamaica, we went out in town. Boy, that Jamaican patty was just great. And then Cozumel, we loved the shopping. We loved the safety. we loved the food, we loved the people. So which one was our favorite? Well, folks, overall, we have to give the winner to Cozumel, Mexico. Yes, Cozumel was our favorite port. This has been John Walker for LaCod TV. Going to take you back to some earlier pictures as we came into port. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel LaCod TV. Once again, thank you for watching.